Vitamin C explained why your body needs more and how to use it. We're going to be diving into this very important topic today on the Prosper Nutrition Show. My name is Jason Steves. I'm a nutrition professional at the Nutrition and Health Center. I'm joined with my co-host Steve Steves, who is a certified clinical nutritionist and naturopath, founder of the Nutrition and Health Center. And as I mentioned, today we're going to be getting into vitamin C and talking about that because this past month we've been talking about the allergies and your immune system's responsibility for helping resolve allergies. And vitamin C is a critical component of that. So most people are thinking they're getting enough vitamin C, but are we really? Today we're going to cover how vitamin C supports your immune health, best food sources, why foods are often depleted these days of vitamin C, and how to supplement vitamin C correctly. So stay tuned. Now, Steve, this has been a powerful nutrient that we've been using with clients for a long time. You've been using it, what, maybe almost 40 years for supplementing, maybe even longer than that. What exactly is vitamin C and why is it so important for the immune system?
Well, as a vitamin, it acts as a catalyst. A catalyst is something that makes activity happen at the cellular level. And so much of a catalyst, it actually releases more catabolic energy and in the antioxidant activity than any other antioxidant. And it's found in all fruits and vegetables. So the amounts that we would need to support all these systems that are constantly ongoing, intercommunication signals, immune activation, and so forth, the amounts that we need for optimal health were determined by Dr. Linus Pauling. He lived from 1901 to 1994. And prior to his research, where he wrote a book in 1970 that was published, Vitamin C in the Common Cold, he was given a Nobel Prize on his research and on vitamin C, and he really was a proponent of high doses. Up to 18,000 milligrams was his recommendation. And some people even need more, but for the most individuals are going to utilize well between 5 and 10,000 a day for ideal cellular activation, and that's ongoing. Vitamin C is water soluble, so the immune system uses it up. So your question about what is it,
Mm.
it's quite remarkable in its extensive ability to just turn on metabolism. Your body uses it in the adrenal glands. You have more than 28 times the amount of vitamin C in your white blood cells, your neutrophils, your lymphocytes, your natural killer cells. In what's called cell-mediated immunity, where your body adapts to pathogens, vitamin C acts by activating, again, as a catalyst, T lymphocytes, macrophages, natural killer cells. Rather than using antibodies, it directly destroys infected host cells via what they call the cytotoxic T cell. So the T cell searches and finds an invading organism. It's just like a secret agent or a undercover agent that's looking for evil and taking it out before you even know it's happening. So this is all done by these inflammatory cytokines. And so inflammation obviously is controlled by that. Stress, our illness response, we can bounce back from illness so rapidly within hours of just reaching optimal levels of vitamin C, what it does for the body. It's actually quite remarkable in that it enhances immune defense. Well, it supports the white blood cell and improves that cell-mediated immunity. It also helps coordinate or communicate, not just boosting the activity. But if you could, Jason, show a picture of the
Mhm.
white blood cell as it's got vitamin C. that actually it shows an absorption site. The vitamin C molecule is represented there by this pentagon shape, and you can see it has metabolites attached to it. And then at the bottom on the left-hand side of the page, you see a vitamin C absorption site. And this is a white blood cell, and you can see this tiny little area that's blown up on the cell that shows how the molecule of vitamin C as ascorbate is taken up and activates the cell for its ability to defend and communicate and prevent viral replication. It does so many different things, and why we need to continually replete it. That's what God put us in the Garden of Eden. So Adam and Eve are given this command in Genesis 1:26, go forth, multiply, subdue the earth, take dominion. Then the next verse, God tells them what to eat. He puts them in a garden and puts all around them foods that are rich in vitamin C that they would have been grazing on all day long. As mammals, we should be grazing, eating fruits and vegetables constantly throughout the day to keep our all of these things that we're talking about, what vitamin C does, keep them activated, keep them strong, so that we're not become a statistic or wait for disease to happen. People that don't take vitamin C in a day and they hardly eat a fruit or vegetable, the average American about every 14 days, it's amazing to me how people survive. And you wonder why our length of life is limited, or it looks like in the 70s, 78 or so for Americans. And I'm wondering that's barely a starting point. When you look at a biblical standard, Moses at age 80 began ministry. So we have most people dying before that. I think it's just a ploy of the enemy between drugs and the food industry controlling our food, taking out the nutrients, taking out the ascorbate, removing cofactors that help ascorbate. It's a real battle. So we need to supplement accordingly. I know a lot of sources of everything from citrus fruits. Actually, the richest source of vitamin C is found in a kiwi, about 200 milligrams per kiwi. But citrus fruits and berries and bell peppers, leafy greens, we must continue to emphasize whole, fresh foods, minimally processed foods. Hope preferably no processed foods, but sometimes you get into that. And the processed foods we consume are usually bolstered with extra nutrients for better metabolic activity. So, um,
Yeah.
Jason, what do you think? Do most people get enough vitamin C alone from day to day? I know you've been a representative
Yeah.
as a natural health supporter and nutrition specialist. You understand this vitamin probably better than anybody because you sat under Dr. Jaffe as a
Mhm.
mentor for years, and he would always bring up vitamin C as a first discussion, primary importance of discussion.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's a powerful nutrient, and I think it is definitely underutilized and not understood at how much it helps the body in many different facets. Um, as you are covering, making sure that people understand it's how much it enhances the immune function and antioxidant protection, antiviral. So appreciate you skimming through that. And then the food sources that you mentioned too, right? We need to make sure we're getting all our food as much as we can of vitamin C from our food, but it's often so depleted. Most people aren't really, in theory, from what you've shared in the past too, is people are getting a what is that? Recommended daily amount often, but people are still sick. And so
Yeah.
the reality is people are not getting enough vitamin C to boost their immune function and help them to be well. So that's and you can actually do a test that Linus Pauling, as you mentioned, Steve, and Dr. Jaffe learned is essentially super saturating your body with vitamin C to see how much. it takes for you to kind of reach a flush. Once you reach a saturation point of vitamin C in your body will start flushing. And so it's not harmful if you're taking healthy vitamin C like we recommend, the ascorbate form. It's not going to be harmful at all. It's just going to be a watery bowel flush. And so that's something that can let you know how much vitamin C you need.
Yeah.
And so,
You know
yeah,
what's happening there, Jason? What people don't realize is there are more immune cells in the colon, in the digestive tract, than there are in the entire body. And so when we activate those immune cells, they start creating warfare, pushing out metabolic waste. And then there are detox mechanisms which happen in the colon directly to remove waste that shouldn't be there. And so to activate a flush like that and to have, today I've had 4 bowel movements before 9 o'clock, and most people just can't relate to that. I did have a guy come in last week, got a kick out of him. He said, well, when I told you I had 1 bowel movement a day or maybe every other day, and you told me I'd have 3 to 5 a day, he said, I just, inside, he said, that's ridiculous. That can't happen. He goes, I feel amazing. And now I'm regular at 4 times a day. And um, we just see so many health benefits from it
yeah,
because of the toxicity that if you don't get it out of the colon and it sits there, it radiates toxins back into your system. And even, especially for women that are trying to expel estrogen, your hormones that they produce during ovulation time, if they don't get pregnant, then their body's trying to excrete them. And right before the next menstrual cycle, if those hormones aren't excreted naturally out via the liver, the gallbladder, the colon, they all kind of work synergistically to clear those hormones out of the blood. Then they get that buildup, they're going to have pretty mean stuff or premenstrual syndrome that happens once a month for multiple days. They feel irritable, they get breast tenderness, they have headaches, they have skin problems. It's the sign of toxicity of their own hormones building up in their blood because their bowels aren't moving well enough. They don't get enough ascorbate to bind those toxins, those estrogenic compounds. And then they really struggle with weight because the ascorbate really helps improve metabolism, balance adrenal stress hormones, and improve weight if you get that regular bowel function working. But some
yeah.
people don't want it to interfere with their lifestyle. I say they need to adjust their lifestyle for greater health, and then their health potential and their lifestyle will be better. They just got to make the adjustments, of course, to get that flush, as you mentioned, or that cleanse.
Part of the challenge, Steve, is our food has become so depleted, and you touched on this probably briefly, but can you help people just with a quick summary of what are the reasons why our food has become so depleted of vitamin C, and why obviously now we need to be supplementing more as a result?
Well, there's fewer nutrients in the soil, the minerals. That's a big factor. The plants just don't have the potential to grow. The long storage and transportation of nutrients or of foods, the nutrients are depleted. Usually the food is picked prematurely. It doesn't come to full ripeness and it doesn't have its full nutrient potential. And then it's shipped. Of course, the processing, heat destroys antioxidants, especially vitamin C, and the handling of it, the processing of it, and the lifestyle mismatch. We're just under too much stress.
Yeah.
And people pride themselves in their busyness. In fact, there was a book written that really convicted me called Addicted to Busy. And though it's in my nature to be that way, just busy going and doing, we should just learn to be still more.
Hmm.
Proverbs 26. No, it's, where is that? Proverbs 46:10. Be still and know that he is God.
It would probably be Psalms then, I'm guessing.
Might be Psalms. Yeah.
Proverbs goes up to 31. Um,
Oh, yeah. Thank
yeah.
you.
All
Psalm.
right. Yeah. So I mean, even if you're eating healthy, we still might not be getting enough, likely not getting enough vitamin C, especially with, like you said, the demands that so many people have on them. Now, supplementation wise, you got into that a little bit. We use the ascorbate. Uh, what Tell us a little bit about what's the difference, why ascorbate? Most people are getting ascorbic acid in their supplements. Can you give us a clarity on why ascorbate and what the difference that makes?
Well, back to the picture that you showed earlier, it showed the vitamin C pentagon-shaped molecule, and it had other little attachments connected to it. It's kind of like having a key. So you can see the blue attachment and the purple attachment, the different color red attachment, the triangular attachment. These represent mineral ascorbates, different types of components that are a part of a vitamin C complex that allow for the vitamin C to work more fully in activating immune response. So it makes it more bioavailable. It's easier to metabolize as well when you consume it in its natural form because it's buffered with minerals like calcium, magnesium, and potassium ascorbates. And so that's the form we use. And this where it's sourced. Vitamin C in America is often sourced from corn. We get ours from a European country that's very remote and clean. And it is a potato source. And it's a really pure, it's the only form I will use on myself or recommend to use for others. The Prosper Nutrition brand Vitamin C Max is an elite form of vitamin C, and I will consume no other or
Mm,
recommend no other. It just works too well.
yeah. Yeah, it's been great. I put it in my water all throughout the day, take it in the morning, take it at night. I Our body uses up vitamin C so quickly that we need that demand.
Yeah, it has
Um,
like a 2 hour half-life in the bloodstream. It's spent. Now, some people can retain it and utilize it more efficiently. Their metabolism is more efficient, and they may not see the negative effects as more aggressively as some others do. Like for me, within 3 to 4 hours, if I'm spending a lot of time outside during allergy season right now, I'll start to have an allergy reaction, sneezing, watery eyes, itching in the skin. I'll just go inside and take another shot of vitamin C, and immediately, within a minute or two, the antihistamine response that the vitamin C supports, all of those allergens just stop. The itching stops, the runny nose stops, the watering eyes. It's quite remarkable. And I was a great sufferer with allergies for many years. This has been my home run hitter here.
yeah,
While we were moving, a lot of boxes, a lot of dust and dust mites, and I was taking vitamin C 4 and 5 times a day. And I know you, Jason, you put it in your drinking water. I know Dr. Jaffe does that. He's just sipping on it all day long. I like to take shots of it before my meals,
yeah,
and it activates digestion for me, really helps support that.
yeah, yeah. It's a great nutrient. It's needed. We need it. Most animals produce it. There are a few animals that don't. Our body does not produce it because of a lack of a certain type of enzyme, and so we need it in our diet. But our diet is depleted, as we heard, and now the demand as well is much higher in our modern day. Our immune system is getting overburdened in our environment, and so we need this support of vitamin C. Um, when someone needs more vitamin C, examples of that, if you're sick, we talked about this in different ways. When you're sick, higher stress, right? You're moving, Steve, all those boxes, traveling. When your diet has been poor recently, I'll often do a vitamin C cleanse the day after, maybe going off the reserve as far as the diet. And so I'll do high dose vitamin C, flush and cleanse the next morning. And then it can help a lot from like if you're heavily training, like if you're an athlete or getting ready for some sort of event like a race, and you have a lot of tear down of your tissues, that's going to be helpful to have a lot more vitamin C at that time too, because it helps build and repair the tissues, especially the collagen, the connective tissues that control a lot of our movement and our pain. Um, so this essential nutrient to support immune health, and what we choose as far as our foods matter, but supplementation is going to be key. One last question, Steve. If someone wants to start improving their immune health today, uh, what's the one simple step they can take with vitamin C to help with that?
That's a great question, Jason. It's simple, and I'm sure a lot of people ask, well, how do I start? How much do I take? We recommend the dosing start, as you'll see it on the bottle, of a half teaspoon. So when I get people in that have immune deficit, it's obvious, we'll do a full teaspoon morning and evening, and I encourage a lunchtime. We actually wait for testing to come back and we'll show them, well, you definitely need it at lunch too. You want to make provision for that. And we like to use the powdered form. You can get a higher potency without swallowing pills and immediate activation because you're drinking it. So what that half teaspoon is equivalent to, if you're just kind of putting your toe in the water with vitamin C and you're not sure what kind of intestinal reactions you'll have, use a half teaspoon, take it 2 to 3 times a day minimum, and build up from there until you notice your bowels are moving 3, 4 times a day. And you, by the morning time, you should get, when you get up and have a solid 1 teaspoon, you'll have a good flush effect. And you'll notice just lymphatic drainage, you'll lose water retention, you start to lose weight more rapidly. That comes along definitely immediately. But vitamin C in the powdered form is new to folks. So you want to let it, when you dissolve it and put it in water, you want to let it sit there a little while. It's got a little effervescence to it. That bubbly can upset the stomach. So I tell people 3 to 5 minutes, wait till it completely clears up in the glass, and then drink it down and experience the abundance. There you see that little kind of a cloudy look it has to it when it hits the water as you see that glass. But you wait till that water clears up completely and watch the miracles happen.
Yes, thank you. All right, folks. We've got the vitamin C Max powder. That's the form that we use that has the ascorbate and buffering minerals at prospernutrition.com. If you can see right here, prospernutrition.com. You go to shop now, you find the different vitamin C maxes. We've got a 16 ounce, a 8 ounce, and then we've got tabs as well. The tabs are good for convenience. We have those tabs available for convenience purposes. They're not ones that you want to make your regular vitamin C intake with, because they do have, I mean, they're going to be beneficial. We've got the ascorbate vitamin C in there, but they're not going to be as powerfully effective absorption. And you definitely can't do a vitamin C cleanse with the tabs either, because it just doesn't have all the buffering minerals that are in there in the powder. So get the vitamin C Max. You can get it on prospernutrition.com. If you're a client at the Nutrition Health Center, of course, we sell it here in the clinic as well. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. You know, a lot of questions come up in regard to vitamin C supplementation. One of the things that we talked a little bit about is, wow, I'm having more bowel movements or loose stools. You know, what do I do about that? And just simply put, folks, just dial it back if you have stuff you have to, go to. If you have activities or what have you, just take back the dose about half, if you need to not be going to the bathroom so much. And that will help kind of keep you getting that vitamin C in, but not have the high concentration that can create a more loose stool. So Steve and I were talking about, when I put it in my water, I get it in throughout the day, and that I think that helps as well. That could help with regulating things too, is just putting in your water throughout the day. So check out prospernutrition.com, vitamin C Max. Start improving your immune health today. And then if you guys want a more personalized plan to address your health needs, if you're dealing with allergies or any health issue that's related to your immune system, we will build a nutrition and lifestyle plan for you at the Nutrition and Health Center based on functional health testing. Last week, we created a video on micronutrient testing and how it can help with allergy and immune health issues. Check that video out. It's on our YouTube channel under the Live tab. If you want to get more videos like these, you want to get notified when we're coming out with them, click the subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure you're notified. And we're constantly putting out videos regularly to make sure that you're well informed of these health issues. Steve, you got any last comments before you go?
Just remember, folks, it's not us that's selling this vitamin C. It's really God using us to prompt you for better life, for stronger immunity, for better connective tissue, healthier skin, better elasticity in the joints and muscles, immunity. There's so much that God wants to pour into you. And we have seen such great blessings. For people to say things like, I suffered living in Houston my whole life throughout the year with allergies because of the mold, because of the pollen. And they said, when I did get on your vitamin C, all of that changed. And now I don't have those allergies anymore and have lived in Houston all these years, some of them 40, 50 years. So it's really rewarding. And know that God wants to reward you. He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. So be assured, He's on your side. He's made provision of these things. Don't compromise quality on what you put into your body because your body is not your own. It belongs to God. Therefore, glorify God in your body. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19 and 20. Thank you all so much for watching. May you prosper and be in health.
Thank you, Steve. Yes, thank you all, folks. And stay tuned. We're going to be doing more videos, especially in 3 weeks. We're going to be doing a webinar on digestion and digestive health. We'll probably be talking about vitamin C and how that impacts digestive health too. So stay tuned for that. Get connected. If you want to get connected in regard to our emails about that, go contact us at info@nutritionandhealthcenter.com or call our office if you're ready to schedule 281-440-0024. We'll get you set up. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.